Hi. I was sitting through one of Tabletop Impulse's live streams the other day, and there was some talk about the Kroot. It would be nice with a new Kroot box, and I agree. I think they are a team that could potentially add something quite different to the game. But at the same time, the thought struck me: why are they not more different than they are? And why are there, in general, so few aliens in Kill Team? And even 40k in general, I guess. I'll find out. You might say, but hey, there are plenty of different races in 40k. Yes, that is true. But quickly stepping through them, you will see what I mean. Imperial. Imperial Guard. Well, of course they are regular humans. Obviously not aliens. Space Marines. Souped up humans with power armor. Hard pressed to call these aliens. Sisters of Battle. Some kind of mix of the previous two. Not alien. Custodes. As I get it, they are extreme marines, but still not alien. Mechanicals. By far the most alien of the humans, but a human living on Mars does not make it an alien, even if you have mechanical struts. Chaos. Chaos Marines. It does not matter how tall your headgear is, or if they have tentacles emerging from their behind, they're still just Marines turned sour. Not alien. Chaos Cultists. Well, obviously, same thing but with regular dudes. Not alien. Xenos. Xenos actually means something very similar to alien, and this is where we expect to find them. Eldari and Drukhari. Well, I guess space elves are per definition not humans. The difference is not even notable in the dim light and smoke of a burning building. Kind of alien humans. Squats. Space dwarves. For the subject of this video, they are no different from the space elves. Orcs. Definitely not human. But how far off are they really? While usually green, they're still walking on two legs, using their two arms to carry guns, or a sharp stick or similar thing. Except for the green part, they're just a mix of us and our closest relatives. Kind of alien, but it's perhaps more fair to classify them as animalistic. Kroot. Pretty much the same as orcs, except that you add small part of toad, bird and porcupine while at it. Alienish, but mostly just animalistic. Tau. Leaving the green ones behind, we now have blue humans. I did note that they do sport hoofs, which I guess turn them into some kind of Japanese centaurs. As such, they also fall in the animalistic group. Necrons. Robots are not really alien as such, and with two legs and two arms, they're perhaps even less alien than the robots we have on Earth today. Sorry, not alien. Tyranids. Yes, finally, proper aliens. Ripping off the movie amply called Alien, they are pretty much exactly what you expect. If you do want to be skeptical, they are in large part a mixture of different animal features. Mainly bug stuff, but you also got some plant features in here. While many of them carry clearly identifiable weapons, which I think just feels odd when it comes to a living organism, the weapon-free ones and the plant crossovers push the alien factor as far as you get in 40k. So, I will say these are indeed aliens. Then we have the odd ones. Gene-stealer cults. These are a bit odd, but they are humans mixed with aliens, so they cannot be not human, right? Not alien, I guess. And then there are the demons, which I guess would be aliens because they're not really anything of Earth, I suppose. As usual, I have to make a disclaimer here. I'm by far not the one with the greatest lore knowledge, and there are probably other races as well. I believe, for example, that the Tau have some sort of insect friends, but it does not really change the basic message here. Now we get into a part which might feel a bit odd in a video about the plastic toy soldiers, but I promise you, there is a valid point to this. If humans are roaming throughout the entire universe, and that all find other life forms, you would expect the ones we can interact with to be a bit more diverse. Out of 7 other life forms in 40k, 6 are basically animalistic humans that fight by bringing a gun and or a sharp stick of some kind. Sure, most of the advanced stuff here on Earth share the same symmetrical body plan with a single brain, but we only have a sample size of 1, and even here there are some oddities. We can start at something like the famous Drake equation. If we boil it down a bit, it's in bare essence the number of places where life could occur, times the likelihood that it will spawn and reach a decent level of intelligence, and at the same time as us. And don't get fooled, in this context 40,000 years is nothing more than a rounding error. In our solar system, life at all has only spawned on the one planet looking like ours, but with a pitiful sample of 8 planets and 1 life, I think we have no reason to be sure that this is the only way to go. Just consider the sheer ratio of the number of planets looking like ours versus those that doesn't. It is probably more likely that some other type of life would spawn on a planet not looking roughly like ours. And if you're still not convinced, just watch some PBS eons and you'll find the number of times that life even on this planet could have been very different. While actually getting this into 2 planes it would be rather tricky, imagine that we could make some kind of metric of how similar different space races are. We can expect a normal distribution. Starting to the left, we have the type of life most common on the most common type of planet. And then, moving on to the less common types of life on the lesser and lesser common types of planets. Given the previous reasoning, we would be somewhere around the blue dot here, and if we, out of pure convenience, assume that there are 16 intelligent space races, there would be 1 looking vaguely like us. 40k, on the other hand, looks more like this. So, what I'm trying to say here is that if we would find life out there, it is probably very unlikely that our basic body plan would be the dominant one. And that is just assuming that life has to be something even remotely similar to us at all. But don't worry, I do get it. It is hard to bring an entity spanning multiple planets composed of antimatter and moving in 4 dimensions into a 22 by 30 inch skirmish game. Just take the mission Awaken the Data Spirits from the core book, and things get a bit weird even with the current set. Imagine this Tyranid warrior stopping at the terminal to hack away to disconnect a firewall. He, or probably more correct it, should at least have to spend double AP to do so, as it only has 6 claws instead of 10 fingers to type on the little keyboard. But here we also have the solution. 40k has no claims to be realistic. It's just a cacophony of historical and contemporary stereotypes to strike up an interesting lore. Space Marines can fly through space wearing power armor and are still using kick sights. They can hoover a tank, but some poor scouts still have to ride a wheeled bike with no ground clearance. If the Chaos Chain Reaper cannon works anything like a modern Gatling gun, it will run out of ammo before it even reaches full speed. On the other hand, there are many units going into battle without any spare ammunition whatsoever. This list is pretty much endless, and you probably have your own favorite inconsistencies. But I have no problem with these. For me, they're part of the charm. But still, there should be room to incorporate more diverging tactical solutions. And this is my perhaps slightly overkill way of saying that I believe that there should be plenty of room to at least make fun kroot. As of always, thank you for watching, and don't forget to enjoy your hobby.